Hey everybody, Orph here again. I did one of these for Guardian Druid, so I figured the other spec I play is Balance in RBGs, so why not do one for Balance Druid? This hopefully won't be 40 minutes or so like the other one was. I'm going to try to make it quick and to the point, which probably still means 20 minutes, but this will be my RBG Balance Druid guide, talents, PvP talents, stats, etc. Thanks for sticking around. Alrighty, everybody, thanks for joining me again. Hopefully I don't get interrupted by a bunch of people running by like I have been the previous 4 times attempting to do this intro. But, hello. I am just going to do a PvP talents guide of Balance Druid RBG shenanigans, and we'll kind of go from there. First, I'm going to start off just the same way I did last time. Going into my talents, spellbook, etc. I don't know that these are set in any specific order, again, to start off, but I'll do the same thing I did last time, starting off with my PvP talents. In RBGs, people are constantly dispelling. Everything gets dispelled. If you've got Moonfire on targets, Sunfire, you're blasting your dots all the time. Dying Stars I usually take constantly in a team fight situation. We got dispels going on. It wasn't so much when the Warlock dispels were happening for UA, but now, I mean, you're getting Astral Power. When they're dispelled, that'll help you boom through your Star Surges, through your Starfalls, everything. So, Dying Stars is a good PvP talent to start off with. I never take Moonkinora off. Star Surge, you get a 4% spell critical strike chance for not just yourself, for 8 allies within 40 yards for 18 seconds. That stacks up to 3 times. You're constantly star surging. I don't know that I've ever taken Moonkinora off. Starburst, I really like this talent. You have to tell your team about it beforehand, but when you Starfall, I usually see 3 or 4 little super bright discs. I'll do it now. And we'll see where they land. Right? Well, I got one right now. It's circling around me. And I say I got 3 or 4 usually every time. You're going to see 1 this time. Of course. But anyway, it's just this little ball. It could be sitting over here. It could be sitting over there. It could be sitting right on top of you. Well, it just sits there for, it doesn't seem very long. But if an enemy runs into it, they get hit, pop up, and it feels like a good bit of damage. You can pick it up yourself, or your friends can pick it up for you, or as well. And if they get hit, if somebody runs into them, that they also get popped up and get done some damage. So I really like Starburst, especially when there's just a bunch of woohoo going on. You're starfalling, you're doing team fights, you're always doing spread damage. I would take Starburst. I really enjoy this talent. But yeah, I mean, it's almost 6,500 damage. It gives you Astral Power. Like, I love this talent. Now moving on to the other stuff. When it was 9.0, I took Celestial Guardian if I was going to run the flag in Boomkin. If I was going to play Balance Druid and I got told to run the map, I would pick Celestial Guardian. I'd pick a few other things too, but Celestial Guardian was one of my go-tos when I flag carried as either the off tank or just the flag carrier up front. It did, I believe it was reducing magic and physical damage. I don't particularly care for it now. I mean, I would probably still take it if I were to FC as a Balance Druid, but I'm FCing as Guardian, so I don't take this talent any longer. Crescent Burn, I do enjoy this. I have taken this in place of Starburst at some points in fights when I'm not in a team fight. Mines when I'm off carding or something. You're using Moonfire a whole bunch just to dot people up again. If you hit another person the second time, it's 35% additional direct damage. Just because you're hitting somebody a second time with it. Moon and Stars, I have not used. Entering Eclipse summons a beam of light at your location, granting 70% reduction in silence and interrupts for 10 seconds. I mean, if I'm using Convoke, I'm still going to get interrupted. It doesn't matter if it's reduced or not. I'm still silenced, so I don't find this useful. Maybe as Necrolord, or one of the other covenants, but I don't use this as a Night Fae. Dying Stars, again, I've gone over this. It generates astral power. Deep Roots, I enjoy taking sometimes on Temple. I played Balance Druid on Temple. I've caught Mogu. When we're kiting, we're running around the circle. We're just trying not to get hit. I root them behind me, and it takes more damage for them to get out of the root. So if we're still hitting them, or their dots ticking on them and stuff like that, that will stop them longer, so we can get further away if we're kiting them around. Fairy Swarm, I would take rogues, warriors. I mean, anything with a weapon. DK. You're swarming the target. You disarm them. You no use of their weapon. Rogues out of luck. Warriors out of luck. Warriors being disarmed is like, that's the bane of their existence. And they reduce their movement speed by 30% as well. It's 5 seconds. It's a good way if you're in a one-on-one, or if you're up on more so of an arena talent. But it's a good talent to take in arenas. Protector of the Grove, again, probably more of an arena talent. I have not used this in RBGs once. Using your heal, regrowth on an ally, the initial heal will always crit, and the cast time is reduced by 50 seconds afterward. So it's again a good talent for quick heals in arenas. I haven't taken this in RBGs. Thorns, I pair Thorns with Celestial Guardian a lot of the time. If I am running the flag, it's again punishes melee for hitting you, slows them down, punishes them. Like they're gonna hit you, they're gonna get hit back. Like it does 2,500 damage back to that attacker for 12 seconds. That's pretty good if you're trying to run away, stay alive, and you get a bunch of melee on you. I mean, truthfully, if I was in again arena, I would take this against melee teams all the time. RBGs, a melee heavy comp, probably the same thing. If I knew I was going to be hitting somewhere, or if I knew I was going to be target, Thorns would be good. High Winds is super good for arenas, super good for RBGs. You can take High Winds. It's a Mortal Strike sort of effect as Cyclone ends. So you Cyclone the target, instead of it just being a Cyclone, it also gives them 30% reduced damage and healing for 4 seconds. So you can Cyclone the target. If Mal or whoever your target caller is saying, okay, when this Cyclone ends, we're going to switch to the Mage. Okay, cool. So the Mage is on Cyclone. He can't be combusting. He can't do his damage. It's 3, 2, 1, boom. Mortal Strike effect. He's dead. Alkin Adept is 2x stack of Alkin Fury, reducing Cyclone cast time and attainment roots. It stacks up to 2 times, so you can essentially get a free and immediate Cyclone off at one point. Again, if I'm in a team fight, if I'm playing Balance Druid as a main in team fights, and not carrying the flag, I would take Alkin Adept more often than not, just because you're constantly popping Cyclones. If you're not one of the top CCs on the list after RBG is done, I don't know that you're playing Balance Druid the right way. In looking at regular talents, it is pretty regular, I would say, across the board. For the first few, there are obviously some switches, and I actually more often than not switch these more so than I do as a Guardian Druid. So your top row, if you're not sitting a base, you're going to take Nature's Balance, because you start your astral power at 50% instead of nothing. Don't not take this. I've not taken Warrior of Balloon in any situation. Maybe to burst at a team fight. I don't know. I've never taken Warrior of Balloon, but Force of Nature I will hit. I will take if I am sitting a base as Balance Druid. Now, more often than not, 99% of the time I'm sitting as a tank. So if I were going to take Force of Nature, it would be in situations where last season I popped Treants, put it on the flag, and just let him go, so I couldn't get capped on. But that's your 15 row talents. 25 again, as Guardian Druid, I've never taken Tiger Dash once. Renewal is good, again, if you're sitting a base. If you know that you're going to be by yourself in any situation, just immediately 30% health gain back. It's just boom, you're 30% healed. Ball Charge is more my norm, especially flag carrying, again, as a Guardian Druid and as a Balance Druid. Cat form leap to get to the flag faster. Cat leap. Stag or cheetah jump, moving away from the target. You can bound backwards in mood conform. If you get gone on by melee, you can bound backwards while you're team fighting. Swim speed, if you're on Twin Peaks, you can get on the water side and go a little faster if you're Alliance. But that's those two are what I usually go with. On the level 30 row, I have taken Feral Affinity exactly 0 times. Guardian Affinity is my go-to and standard pick. I like being able to in-cap people. Again, that's my go-to. It gives me a little less damage that I take. I can Frenzied Regen in bear form, and I have my in-cap Roar. Resto Affinity I have started taking in Temple and on the Wrathy Basin. If I were to be a Balance Druid again, if I wasn't sitting as a bear in the middle, I would take Resto Affinity specifically for the ability to on Temple, doing a Typhoon Vortex sort of combo. So let me switch back over. So you're running away. Let me see if I can do this the right way. You're running away from the team, and okay. We're about to pass the corner. Okay, so I blow him back, immediately hit him with the vortex, so that at least gets him put in the vortex while you're trying to kite around. So, I mean, I take that just because I think with Frostworm, with Ice Wall, with Ring of Frost, you're always looking for a way to keep them away from you if you're kiting them around the map in Temple. So I would take that. I have a list of things that I wanted to cover, and I wanted to make sure I go over all of them. Yeah, okay. So, next on the list is level 35 talents. Never taken Heart of the Wild this season. I probably won't. Mass Entanglement is my go-to. It is an entanglement I get. I more than rarely cast regular entangling roots. I cast Mass Entanglement because it catches everybody that's running behind you, running after you with the flag, all that sort of stuff. Again, Mass Entanglement into Vortex, or Mass Entanglement into Vortex, and then you could do Typhoon into Mass Entanglement. There's combinations that you can go off of, but those two, Mighty Bash again, more so a arena talent, I believe. People take it in RBGs, obviously, for the interrupt and the stun itself. If you're on a one-on-one, Mass Entanglement seems to be my go-to just for the arena. Or, I'm sorry, for the RBG sessions. 40s, I've never used either of these talents this season. Incarn is my go-to. It's improved Moon Conform. It gives you an additional 10% critical strike with your Celestial alignment, which you pair with your Convoke the Spirits. So this is what I take. It's great. It's standard, essentially. Here is more so where more switches come off of. So for 45 Twin Moons, you're just hitting another target. So you're moon firing, and it Moonfire somebody else, and it does more damage. Now 10% off of a tiny bit of damage isn't a whole bunch, but I take it just because I can spread quicker. I can hit one Moonfire and hit 2 people, and I can tab and hit another 2 people. So I've covered 4 people in 2, 6 people in 3. It's real useful. Stellar Drift is more so in the big team fights, where again, if I'm on mines and I am sitting a cart by myself, I'll probably take Twin Moons. If I am in a big battle at lava or something, I'll take Stellar Drift because I can cast while moving and doing Starfall. So I Starfalled, I can cast and do Starfire at the same time. It takes forever for a Starfire to go off, it seems. Wrath's faster, but still being able to move and cast at the same time. You're not having any downtime. You can stay in the circle. You're always trying to stay in the circle at mines. Being able to move and use Stellar Drift is really good in that sort of situation. Stellar Flare I have used, again, a total of 0 times. 283 astral damage, and then 2800 over 24 seconds. I mean, it generates astral power, but these two seem to be by far just better. On the last row, Solstice, I take again in a massive team fight. Mines again comes to mind because the two maps I play Boomkin in are Mines and Temple. So, like, looking at Solstice, a team fight in Mines is going to be where I would use that. I would use it to be able to have shooting stars fall more often. I think it was 300, now it's 250. So it's been nerfed from previous, but it's still a really good talent. Looking at the shooting stars dropping on enemies, it's a good talent for a big team fight. More often than not, I take Fury of Elune on Temple because I'm targeting the orb carriers with Fury of Elune. It gives me a massive amount of astral power. Like, if I Fury off on something, it's just a constant just barrage of damage which follows the person around, and put my mouse on the right thing, and it gives you 40 astral power. So when I start a fight and I get a target, I'm gonna Wrath to start to get myself into an Eclipse, or actually I'll I mean, it really depends on if I'm on a team fight or single, but I'll use one of these to get myself into an Eclipse. Hit Incarn, Fury, and I've immediately almost got 100 bar. It's almost full. I get my Star Surges off, boom, 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 boom. By the time that's done, I Convoke. I'm immediately, it again fills my bar almost all the way up. I get another 2 or 3 Star Surges. If you can get some Star Surges inside of Convoke, you've killed 3 or 4 people. It's a great talent. At one point last season, I was playing with New Moon, where it cycles into new half full moon, and I really liked it when it was a base sitting, like a 2v1. If I was going to go attack a base with a rogue or something, I would let's like Deepwind Gorge up in Ruins, where you can kind of sit up on the edge back in the back. You can use this, use your burst if they don't die, and you're not caught off. You're catch them off guard. You can New Moon. You can get a few full moons off of them. I haven't taken it. This season because I haven't had a chance to use it, and I don't foresee myself using it on the maps where I play Balance Druid. I found the training dummies because I just want to show y'all what this Fury of Elune combo can do. Like, let's see if I can pull it off the right way, because I'm not going to edit this part. But I'm sitting here. I'm trying to well, if I press the button to get in the game, so I'm going to go and I'm going to get myself into Fury of Elune, get my Star Surge, and it's going up so fast. Like 20, it goes to 40, 50, boom, hit that, get myself in alignment, okay, boom, hit it, and 15k. I mean, of course this is on a dummy, but like it's constantly going up. I love this week aura, by the way. It's in my YouTube description box, I think. But like, see, here's the stars I was talking about. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them. You can pick them up. One of them circles around you. Will not stack that I found. I guess they may stack on top of each other, but it is a... can't use it on that. That's exciting. But, I mean, Fury of Elune. Use it. It's odd that I log on and not immediately get asked to tank for an RBG group. I usually have like 4 communities asking me to play. At least I can make this video. I'm gonna quickly go over stats, trinkets, and what I forgot to go over on my Guardian Druid video, Soulbind, Covenant stuff. But I'll start with Covenant. I'm Night Fae because I like Convoke the Spirits. I'm a pleb. Blame me for the problem that everybody has for druids. I like the play. I like the way it works. I can go into Torghast and pull the room and just kill everybody. It's fun. I don't know. But the Soulbind for Night Fae is Naya. It's the standard. It gives you the massive mastery buff with Convoke now every minute because you have the legendary, which again, that's what I'm using. I'll open them both up. I'm using it on my legs. That seems to be the common theme. For Balance Druids, it does have mastery on it. Don't tell anybody. I used to use it for Feral. I've stopped playing Feral Druid. I would probably pick Feral Druid back up at Arenas, but Balance Druid more for RBGs because we already have a Feral Druid who's probably better than I am. But yeah, Leggings Celestial Spirits, what I use, it makes your cooldown a minute. It's a 3-second invoke instead of a 4-second invoke, which is still pop off. You get those star searches back to back. You get that mastery powered up, especially when we get to 55. This is gonna be OP. I have my stuff set to bear right now. If you swap it over, I take Fury of the Stars or of the Skies because I feel that the consistent nature damage and arcane damage is better than precise alignment, giving you a duration, a longer, like 7.5 seconds of celestial alignment or incarn. I mean, again, it depends. If I'm in a team fight, I will use this because I can root beam people and I can take this entire tree. But this is kind of standard from what I understand. These two I've seen switch, so precise alignment and Fury of the Skies. I've seen those flip-flopped in both ways, this way, and then flip-flopped. But this is kind of the standard that I've seen. You take Conflux, they can either take it up here, they can take it down here, it doesn't really matter. But Conflux, it gives you 21% more healing and damage done while you're channeling Convoke. This is the reason. And then I've gone toward the Survivor's Rally because on Guardian Druid, again, that's my main, and as you could tell, I can switch out stuff tons. I've had this be 0 the last few weeks, just constantly switching back and forth, swapping my others to Feral and Resto, and I can't keep enough Conduit energy. But I've kind of settled on this because it feels better as a Guardian Druid, and I don't want to constantly switch back over. I could probably put an Endurance Conduit down here and start taking it for balance, but I mean it's 20% movement speed. I'm usually just sitting there and I'll move when I'm going with the team, but if I'm a balancer, I will just sit there. Maybe at Temple this would be okay to take, but this is my standard for Guardian Druid. So but yeah, this is kind of the norm. You get your massive mastery and your healing from the mastery stacks, so this is kind of normal. I'll go over stats again real fast. So for Balance Druid, you're looking at versatility between 29 to 31%. I can't get my versatility up without sacrificing haste. I have done it. The haste goes down to like 15 or so % when I switch the one piece that I have that would get me to 31% versatility. It seems to be okay right at 29. I have another piece that'll mess up with my mastery and put me to 30%, but this seems to be okay for me. Haste, you're hitting for you're counting on these to go faster. Star Surge is always instant, so that doesn't really matter. But you're constantly wanting your Starfires to go a little faster. If I was at 5 or 10% haste, it would feel like days. It already feels like days. It would feel like weeks if you didn't have enough haste. So you're trying to push haste as your next best stat against versatility. Mastery just makes your damage more. You do more damage with more mastery. If you don't have a piece with versatility and haste on it, take versatility and mastery. You don't want critical strike. It's not. I mean, it's okay, but you don't care for critical strike as a Balance Druid. In PvP, you're looking at Verst, then Haste, then Mastery, and then Critical Strike. And looking at everything else, I've got as many pieces as I can with Haste. Like you'll see, again, these pieces that I share with other things, I can't socket versatility out of them because it's my bear set. I don't have enough gear to be able to swap back and forth every piece between, like if I go bear and equip, not many pieces change. And then back to chicken. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe pieces that change along with my trinkets. So I can't do much about it. But every piece that I have tried to get with haste on it, like this entire side has haste. I just got this in my vault last week, real lucky to get haste and verse on a piece. So I was super excited there. My offhand I bought because it was better than the one that I had. The other one was crit and versatility too, so I went with this one over the other options that I got the week before. No, this was last week. This is the week before last. This was this last week. Again, mastery, haste, mastery because I was a feral druid and I don't want to craft legs again. Haste. I mean, it seems like I can't get above 18%. I could maybe hit 20 if I swapped my gems, but then I'd lose too much versatility. I even socketed haste here. So like I'm trying, but this seems to work well for me. Your cyclones are faster with high winds. That helps. So that's what we're looking for. Last thing is trinkets. Don't take the medallion off. Don't do it. That's your trinket. And then I switched between the Maledict and the Veracity badge. This will give you more critical strike, which whatever. But this paired with Incarn and Convoke the Spirits is 193 primary stat. Like, you blow people out of the wire with that. I have more been using Shackles because we've been stacking it up with another person in team fights, and it's been helping with the kills. So Shackles is great. Like I love Maledict last expansion. I love Shackles, but they've done really well for us. The very last thing I want to go over and make it as quick as possible is really cool things you can do with Flap, or tips and tricks for some RBGs. Just a few, 2 or 3. On a Wrathy Basin, you can sit alone at mines. At LM. Wait for everybody else to leave. If you get one person up there, again, they're sitting over there looking at the what's happening to BS, what's happening, Typhoon, and they get thrown off. It's great. If you get caught in a fight at LM and you get too close to the edge, and a priest or a hunter or a shaman or literally anybody nowadays, another boomkin, blows you off the edge, you can bound backwards back onto LM if your reflexes are fast enough. Done it twice. Been real lucky. But if you're paying attention, you know you're going to get bursted off, just turn around and jump back. Like, just there it is. Jump back. You usually get back far enough to get back on the thing. The other thing I'll say at LM or any of the bases where you're trying to jump down, Flap. Flap is awesome. Flap is a slow fall that gets you in BS faster than you could by running down. Now you can jump off and you can stag form and jump. Great, totally fine, do that. But Flap has helped me so many times jumping from mines, coming top, going around the top and flapping down to the middle to be able to sneak in on somebody out of stealth. Flap down in the middle so you don't get hurt. Again, you could stag jump or whatever, but I like Flap. Sue me. Well, again, I want to say thank you for coming out, for watching the video. I appreciate everybody that's watched. Hopefully you gained any insight to this. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, leave me a nice comment, leave me a hateful comment. I mean, I read it. People come to my rescue. I appreciate all my friends watching my videos, so it's fun for me. Thanks for stopping by, and have a good rest of your day. Does anybody else feel like they go faster in cheetah form than they do in stag form? Running. But now I'm a cheetah. Boom. Oh, nope, just kidding. Try again. Boop. Crap. I can fly here. Okay. So I'm not in the right place, but I'm going to try this here, because I don't quite know why it puts me in. It's that glyph. Okay, I've recorded like 6 of these. Eventually I'll get it to where I want it to be. Like, so I was saying before, like, it seems like you're so much faster as a speedy cheetah. Like, here's my deer, but then boom, gotta go fast. Stupid deer. Mine's playing tricks on me. It's faster. I don't care what anybody says. We're like father and son. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Ah, messed up my camera angle. Stupid deer. Hey everybody, we're back. Hopefully that doesn't cut off the intro. I'm not putting this at the end though. Thanks again for watching. We are here with the Balance Druid version. Like, I'm right by the wall, people. Leave me alone.